That's it. And the finish is very nice.
Look at where we are. 2023 SWAT in Waco, the greatest woodturning symposium in the country. You know, other than AAW, but I think they're kind of equal. Anyways, I made my annual pilgrimage here just to check out the vendor area, which we'll discuss a little bit earlier, and look at the art gallery to look for inspiration for ideas I can steal. I thought y'all would enjoy, once again, touring the art gallery. Come on. They moved the pop-up gallery to a new room. Much better lighting. I love the natural lighting, though. It is going to blow out a few of my images, but for the artworks themselves, I think it shows a lot better. And I wanted to start off this year by once again focusing on the beads of courage. This is where a lot of the wood turners will turn a similar diameter with just different features, and they donate these to children with cancer who collect a bead for each one of their treatment, and it's a place for them to store their beads. And these are all donated, turned throughout the year. And as you can see, it's a long table of beads of courage. So this is my first go through, so I'll come back to some ones I want to highlight. I kind of like the Texas theme on that one. Coming through, maybe you can pause on a few that you think are pretty cool. But if you would like to do something like this, the key feature is they want to incorporate some kind of one of their bead logos, which you can contact the organization for. Oh, I like the gnomes. Got a little Mickey Mouse. Oh, superheroes. Now that's clever. I haven't seen that done before. Coming through. Can you imagine how much time these people put into these kind of donations? Really cool epoxy layup on that one right there. And they don't have to be standard boxes. You can turn footballs or even make standard woodworking style boxes. Or if you're creative, the Oinky Pig. Pretty cool. Unbelievable work donated, and something that the kids will remember for a long time to make their life a little bit nicer, a little bit more enjoyable for the treatment they're having to go through. Totally unfair. This helps a little.
Yes. Yeah, we had lunch with Bob Walker. They did a lot of damage. There was still stuff in their area that were like glue. We put all this stuff together. Everything here.
I was wondering how all of the...
Hey everybody, Brett English, Robust Tools. Thanks for the opportunity to give you a quick overview on our American Beauty lathe. We make it in our shop in Barneville, Wisconsin. It has a sliding headstock. It has a durable powder coat finish. It has a stainless steel bed. It has a 7-year warranty on all the parts, everything. One of the great features, if you're a wood turner, is your tailstock is often in the way. We have this neat thing called a tilt-away. You can tilt the tailstock out of the way, and you can quickly bring it back up and have it in operation. So, thanks for the opportunity.
Is that all right? I'm so sorry.
It was the double-ended with the name.
Yes. Now what?
Let's say me personally, these segmented ones, the alignment of all the segments and the chatoyance that comes through from the wood really impresses me. I like these. I could really see doing something like that myself. And what really caught my eye with the pig is, as always, it's a consideration of the grain. Check out even the alignment of the blemishes, the colorations of the sapwood, that kind of stuff. It all went into a piece to make something that's kind of cool. creative uses of the beads buttons. And something I've pointed out in years past, but a lot of these are made by the tallies that just seem to batch out high quality boxes year after year. And how they do that, a lot of times, take a quick look at this one. Oh, they include a little surprise, but notice it's a PVC pipe to form the tube, and then they can turn the tops, bottoms, and add really cool decorations. It's a creative way to make a really highly functional box that's unique to each one of the kids. I think the fact that they can add that kind of decoration to the outside just makes it special for each one. But just because you're using PVC piping doesn't mean you can't go into some exquisite detail. I mean, look at that little highlight point. I like that. I love the burning aspect of it. This one right here really appealed to me because of its touchability. This little concaveness, it's not even. Notice it's about a third of the way up. Just makes it feel gorgeous. And I like the guys that are kind of doing a little indentation on top, because you can actually roll the beads around if you flick them just right. And who says your beads box needs to be made of wood? We have a really cool wood gnome right here, but right next to it is another cool one. Yet this one is pottery. Is that not cool? And here's one that took grain control to the utmost. Look at how they centered that in a kind of a triangle of grain movement. That is just cool. Well chosen piece of wood and a nice little design. And once again, they all are round. Here's a really nice box. Look at those corners. Pretty cool. Say hi.
Oh, you're the wortheffort Joe.
Shh, don't tell anybody.
I do. Hey everybody, I'm Carl Jacobson from Niles Bottle Stoppers, and we've got some cool products out here. We just came out with these this year, and they are bronze threaded rings for doing things like lidded boxes. We have 3 different sizes. We have the 3.5, 2.5, and the 1.5 inch. And they make doing lidded boxes so much easier. You turn a recess, inlay them, and you're good to go. Thanks for stopping by.
My name is Mark. I'm here at the SWAT Woodturning Show, here representing the Heritage Wood School. We teach hand tool woodworking, all different kinds. We do some dovetails, like we have on this box here. We'll teach you how to do hinges. We have a short class where we do the little box, the shelf. Come out and visit our classroom. This is the outside of the shop. This is the inside of the shop here. But we're in a traditional craft village setting. We've got a pottery shop, a blacksmithing shop, woodworking. So come out and pay us a visit if you want. We do all the way from beginner pieces, mortise and tenons, dado joints, and then we skip all the way up to rocking chairs like this one here. If you want an advanced course, this is a 6-day class to make a rocking chair. So we'd love to have you come out and visit.
You went out with Jimmy clothes.
What's your skill level? If you're comfortable with
I'm Stuart Batty. I tools at stuartbattytools.com. Here we go with our new negative rake scraper bit with a 7-inch edge. We're going to start on the inside of the bowl. We're going to pick up here and we're going to work our way around. Clean up the inside, take the tool marks out. All the way around in one pass. With a 10B cutting edge, we can make it all the way to the middle. And that's it done. Bingo. So here we go. Then you go once round.
Now lot of times when I come to these things, I like to just take one quick walk through without spending too much time, because you're looking for stuff that just jumps out at you. And then I go back and look at each individual piece, because everybody that comes out here, there's something unique about them that you can steal ideas from. But coming along, I mean, real quickly, that isn't burned. That's actually recessed. So he did some carving on this one, because each one of these has its own 3D effect. That drew my attention really quickly, because I don't see that very often. But, you know, just coming around and looking at stuff that just jumps out at you. Like that right there. Oh, now this is kind of cool. Doug Landers making a cup, but using the burls, kind of like people did with the globes and stuff in the past. I like that. So we'll just take a quick perusal through. Kind of cool. And see what all's new. Somebody's gotten specialized in nested sets. Those are basically all out of one piece of wood coming through. Oh, I like how he took care of the crack. Pretty cool. Oh, he did it on all of them. Huh. That has some nice sheen to it. Looking through. Huh, cute gnomes. Vikings. Okay, now that is a unique paper holder, and I could actually see being able to sell those in art markets. I'm going to have to come back and take a closer look at that. Pretty cool offsets. Oh. Wow. How do you think he did that? Very, very cool. Now, in a second, I'll go back and take a harder look at all of those. Devin's work always shocks me. That is done on a lathe. And I always do like mesquite. One of my personal favorites. And ooh, check this out. Isn't that cool? Coming back to look at that. Mirrors. I like how they did the inside out turning on the flower. That turned out nice. The colors jumped out at me from a distance. We'll have to come take a closer look at that later. X-Wing. As a collection, that turned out kind of cool. So, pebbles in a river kind of setup. I know Dad would like that piece right there. Kind of a reverse relief carving. Can you see that? Pretty cool. These two wall pieces really jumped out at me.
I know we're about 2 hours south. You go in there, the grass is no man.
So I was going to join you guys, and then we moved to Denver.
Hi, I'm Tim Yoder with Woodturning with Tim, and at our booth today we have the Elbow 2 tool, which is a home-length steel firing system, which makes it much more pleasurable and less exciting. So you don't get any catches and you don't have to put the free. But Love this tool. The articulation's really cool. It helps you do what you want. The whole idea is to make wood turning pleasurable.
Hello, I'm Alan Lacer. I'm here at the SWAT conference, my little 4-inch skew. Sadly, I don't sell these, but I do sell my 1 3/8 and my 5/8 out of powdered metal M4, probably one of the best tool steels in the world. And these are the ones that I make here. This is persimmon, Osage orange, Florida rosewood, and I'm also the only maker of a true diamond slipstone that does all of the wood turning tools we know. Thank you.
Hi everyone, my name is Paul. I'm here at SWAT and I'm really excited to introduce our line of tools. I'm from Carter & Son Toolworks. We manufacture everything in our shop in Seattle, Washington. All of the tools are made out of M42 cobalt high-speed steel and they're heat treated to 6A Rockwell. So it's very high quality, very strong and very sharp. Here we have a signature line from Mike Mahoney. He's a professional turner out of California. Yeah, really high quality stuff. All the handles are made out of aircraft grade aluminum. It's really chatter reducing and it's really got a great balance while you're turning. Thank you for stopping by and check us out online, carterandsontoolworks.com. Thanks guys.
Okay, the first area I want to focus is John Lucas brought this entire collection right here that, you know, jumped out at me when I first walked through. I think y'all saw me do that when I want to take a closer look at the mirrors and stuff like that. But first off, let's look at some of these pieces he has here. Is that not the coolest little decoration and how he incorporated a character with legs into a, I'm drawing a blank, I think it's called a reverse turning, where they turn it one way, then divide it back up and flip it around and turn the outside. And, it, you know, it's a fun piece. I really like that. And then check out how he did some of these goblets. That's got a clear epoxy or glass or something on the inside. Really cool, but I like how they linked it together. And then salt and pepper shakers over here. But it's these mirrors that really fascinate me because I've got a series of mirrors coming out for my art market. And what he has done is obviously turned a spindle onto a platter with a mirror on the outside. But how he added these inserts, that is just so cool. And I like how this one right here, those bent laminations coming out, it would kind of hold it up, prop up the mirror when you laid it down on the ground. Plus, you know, adding that little stand, it just nice touch there. Anyways, John Lucas, your collection of work that you submitted, top notch. Way to go. Billy Burt also brought a collection in here, but this is one of those situations, a lot of time the pieces that just jump out of me are the simplest at first glance, but really when you take a longer look at them, things just pop. This piece right here, the consideration he took with the grain and the spalting is just unreal. And this is a utilitarian bowl, but look at the shaping, the curving, the very few straight lines graduating into a curve. The shape for a functional salad bowl is just exquisite. I like that piece for the consideration of the grain and the shape. Well done. Janice Levy put in a few ornaments. I really like these copper leaves. That turned out really cool. An accent to the overall piece that adds, I mean, I like it. But what you did with these pyrography on this piece right here, it took me a few seconds to figure out what exactly you did there. That turned out nice, and the design really popped. Well done. These pieces are kind of a collaboration from Janice, Sally, and Linda, but I like this piece right here because of the 3D elements. Notice that the leaves are proud on the inside as well as the outside. That's just kind of cool. Gene Crump did these inlays I was talking about earlier, a little bit of epoxy, but I like how he did these so that the pieces stayed in alignment as he went around. That's kind of cool. If you notice looking through, it kind of gives the bowl from the inside a little bit of a glow. That's very, very cool. I like that, Gene. And Scott, you know, the X-Wing fighter, that drew my attention. But, wow, look at that piece of wood you found, that big leaf maple burl, and how you set it up so it all kind of radiated from the center. Well done with an exotic piece of wood. Great job. Anna Rachinsky. I am always a stickler for small vessels and boxes and stuff like that, and I really like how you did the die work on this one with the spalting. But how you offset this piece right here on the stand, I really like that. And the shape is just exquisite, which allowed you to do that offset and it still look right. Any variation in that curve and that piece would not look perfect. Well done. As usual, Cindy Drozda, even when you get tiny, you get exquisite. That is a very nicely done box. And I don't want to touch it, but I am willing to bet that's probably a small box in and of itself, isn't it? Knowing you. Pretty cool. You know, there are grandparents that make toy cars and stuff out of 2x4s, and then there are grandparents that build the Fred Flintstone rockin' mobile out of turnings. Well done, Rick. Travis, this is something I've wanted to try for so long, that Peter inlay, but then you took it down and brought it down. How did you do that? That's cool. I didn't quite get to, I only got about a third of the way through, but they're having to shut it down. The big meal is coming on. Next year, more ideas, but as always, gotta love SWAT. If you get a chance to come out someday, it's in the last weekend in August in the Waco Convention Center. Best value in education you're going to find in woodturning. Y'all be safe, have fun, and remember, it's always worth the effort to learn, drool over other people's work, and steal their ideas. Be safe, have fun.